welcome in Joey Seasting, GM for the Medora Timberjacks, and Maurice Creek, new assignee. Guys, how is it, man? How you doing, Mo?
Doing good. I'm excited to be here. First game today, trying to get a win on the road. It'd be a tough task. Still learning, my teammates and how everything works here. But I don't think it'll take me long.
Well, the last we talked, Bo, we were everyone's trying to get you out of Ukraine, and was happy to see that. So now to see you fall into this situation is even greater. Joey Sisting, the GM for the Medora Timberjacks, a part of the basketball league. I wasn't familiar with it. I'm going to be honest with you. 4 teams in this state that are in part of this league. Talked to Joey the other day about that, Joey. But and you guys have had a lot of success down there at Medora.
We have. We've really enjoyed it. Our second year. Last year we played in a kind of a precursor for the TBL. It was called the Hoosier Hardwood Basketball Association, and it was kind of an experiment to see how many teams would be interested in having a pro franchise in the state. And of course, we were right in the middle of COVID, so we ended up, the only gym we could really find that would cooperate was Medora High School. And that's how we ended up in Medora. And that we had such a great following last year. We averaged about 400 or 500 fans a game right in the middle of COVID. And they were such supporters, we decided to name the team after them this year. Last year we were Southern Indiana Timberjacks, and this year we're the Medora Timberjacks. Very and cool. Still got a great following.
Yeah. How did you get connected with Joey and the Timberjacks?
Well, it was all of them. I didn't know anything about the league at first, and I wanted to get here sooner, but because I was playing overseas, it couldn't happen. Then when I got home, me and my agent were still kind of looking for jobs overseas, but everything was kind of too late. And, I had to take some time off from playing because, of what happened with me in Ukraine, and trying to make sure my family and everybody was straight. And I talked to my mom about it before I signed and asked her, saying, what did she think and how did she feel? Because she took it very hard, the most out of everybody, just not being able to sleep and not being able to eat and stuff. And, she said she was ready. And even though when I got on that plane, she did kind of shed a little bit of tears, but it was actually happy tears, that I'm back to playing and doing what I love to do, and I know she'll be one of my biggest supporters today watching the game.
Well, I'm sure she's a lot happier about you being in Medora, Indiana, than I forget the town you were in over in Ukraine, but Ukraine, where A, you're safe, and B, she can watch you play.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Joey, I'm looking through these teams just in the Midwest Conference, in which you guys are members of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 teams just in your conference, 4 conferences in this league.
Yeah, 44 teams total, and it's very competitive. I think from top to bottom, there's a lot of parity, and every game comes down to the wire. It's really exciting for the fans, for one thing, and of course it's fun for us. Every game's a battle, and we're hoping with the additions we just made with Maurice and have another guy from Ukraine, Rokas Alvidis, and Dylan Coswell. We think we've upgraded our team tremendously, and so we're ready to compete, ready to win.
And one of the things I noticed jumps out at me is that probably make this kind of cool is, all right, in your conference, Cincinnati, Dayton, Detroit, Flint, the All-Americans, which are out of Newcastle, Jamestown, which I'm not sure where they are from, the Kentucky Enforcers, I'm not sure where they're out of in Kentucky someplace, but Owensboro, Kokomo, Lebanon, Medora, those are nice regional rivalries that can be set up, I see.
Absolutely. We do have rivalries. We in Newcastle is one of our main rivals, and really it's very competitive within the state. Lebanon's got a really good program. They do things right up there. They got really good talent. Same for Kokomo. Cliff Livingston's the coach at Kokomo, and he brings a lot of experience in NBA and
former NBA player Cliff Livingston, people.
correct. And so they're really, really talented. And then there's a lot of Indiana talent on the Newcastle team. Some guys we even went after and we were unsuccessful. And but we played them tough the first time. We've got 2 more rounds with them. One of them tomorrow night back at Newcastle. Although I believe they're going to play in Anderson, and there's some speculation that they may move the team over to Anderson, Indiana. So that'll be interesting. It'll be our first time up in Anderson to play. And I'm not actually sure where they're playing. I don't know if they're playing in a wigwam or where, but there's a lot of good talent in this league. And, we took 4 months to try to put together a team and really start up from scratch. And it's been a challenge, but it's been a lot of fun. And we've talked to so many players. We brought in about 75 guys in the preseason, worked them out, and got it down to a number that we liked, and brought those guys in for training camp, and put the team together. We have 12 players, and so we've been tweaking since the beginning. Some guys didn't pan out kind of like we thought. Some guys didn't fit in the puzzle like we hoped, and so we've always been on the search for players. And Dylan Coswell was one of our early guys that we brought in, and he ended up going over to Luxembourg to play. And Rokas is Lithuanian, and he was playing in Ukraine as well as Maurice. He got out a little bit earlier than Maurice, though. So we're thrilled to have all 3 of these guys, and we really think they've taken our program to the next level.
Mo, what's it like just to be playing basketball again? You've got a game tonight, like you said, but just as we look back, how things could have been different and all the stuff that you were going through wasn't that long ago. You're in a damn bomb shelter, not knowing what's happening tonight or tomorrow. But tonight you're going to get to play a basketball game in Indiana. So nice full 180-degree swing there. But what's that feel like?
It just feels great to play again. You know what I'm saying? Doing something that you love is always good, but to be and feel safe is like the most important thing for me. And I know these guys are going to take care of me, and I'm going to do everything I can do to, get the job done for these guys and know what it takes. I know this team is, our team is very talented. I can see that in a couple of days that I've been here. I feel like we're a family already, and we got, guys that want to win, and, I just feel like now that we got the pieces that we got, to see everything come together and get some W's now.
And for those that are listening, Medora High School is kind of centrally located if you're in southern Indiana, south of Indianapolis, because it's kind of in the dead center of the lower half of the state, in essence. It is, about 30 minutes east of Bloomington, thereabouts?
Yeah, it's actually right on Highway 50, almost directly halfway between Seymour and Bedford. We're about 40 miles southeast of Bloomington, so close to Maurice's backyard. I think he actually got up there and got some buffalo wings the other day. We can draw pretty good from both Bedford and Seymour. Brownstown's right next door, maybe 10 minutes away. So, and then, that whole southern part of the state is just basketball fanatics, and it's just been a lot of fun. We try to do a lot of different things during the games, contests and whatnot. So keep everybody engaged and keep everybody fired up about the team.
Yeah. I mean, we're on down in Evansville is one of the places where that's an easy place to get up to. You jump on I-69 and jump on the state highway, but there's so many places where you can draw from, like you said, Seymour and Bedford, southern Indiana, New Albany area, Jeffersonville, Clarksville, Floyd County area, and then in the southeast. I mean, it's just you're just close to a lot of different people, Mo, and that's got to be, what's it like for you, Mo, to get to play in front of Indiana fans again?
It feels great. Right when I got to Bloomington, I was like, wow, it's been years. And just to see how many changes looked on campus and all the new buildings on campus and stuff like that, and to get Buffaloes right off the plane, it felt great. So again, I'm just happy to be in Indiana again. I feel like I'm back home, and now I get to play basketball here again. So this is amazing.
Joey, the Timberjacks, I know the reason for the name, but as goes back to your ownership, but you might want to talk about the origin of the name, the Timberjacks.
Yeah, Land of Indiana is the owner's company. And they're a big logging outfit. They sell logs both domestically and internationally, and they're fifth generation loggers. So it was almost a perfect fit to call us the Timberjacks. And people kind of down in that part of the state where logging is big, it's just been a name that fits and people can relate to for us. But our owner, Larry Moore, has been fantastic. Our main goal is to treat players right and treat them like family, and do everything the right way, the best way we can. So that's kind of our philosophy. And first comes the players, and we try to take the best care of them we can. We provide their housing, pay all their bills. We actually have our own team plane that we can fly to some of the further away games with. So it's been a great fit. Larry's 100% behind the team, and we're just thrilled to have him and the whole organization that we built around the Timberjacks has been really great. We've got some top-notch folks that have learned. We all learning as we go too. Being the first year in the TBL.
Is he from the Southern Indiana area originally?
He is. He coached high school basketball for years in Indiana, over in Sullivan and Covington, and ended up in Martinsville for a while. His son, Mark Moore, who's also our coach, he was a high school standout. He actually broke my brother's scoring record at Martinsville, which is kind of cool. And he and I and Larry, we've known each other since Mark and I were about 18 years old. So we've got a lot of history. Mark and I are more like brothers than friends, and it's just been a great situation. We can yell at each other and not get mad and all that good stuff.
I was asking because the Indiana's women's basketball coach is Terry Morin, and she's also from that area, so I'm guessing there has to be a relationship.
There may be. I'm not quite sure on that one, but I know there's.
You have to dig into that because she went to Seymour High School.
Okay, has to be then somehow. Yeah.
So just kind of thinking that. You mentioned your brother, Jerry. If you're a basketball fan at all, you know that name, Jerry Seasting, as well. Prolific player in Indiana. You just mentioned he had a scoring record at Martinsville, of course, home of previous home of John, that guy that coached out in UCLA. He kind of won a title or two. But Jerry was also went to Purdue, played in the NBA. I think he does some consulting for you guys.
He does a little bit. He came up last year and spoke to the team and attended the game. And one of the best compliments we've got was when we were done, he came up to me and he said, "This is 100 times better than I ever thought it'd be." He said, "You guys got some real talent here, and we've just upgraded from last year tremendously." So we're hoping to get him back, but he's helped us with some offense and defensive sets, some pro stuff that we're learning, and been a great help to us.
Mo, we've gotten to see, the only time we really get to see Mo play here in the last few years is when he has been in the TBT, the basketball tournament. Will you be playing in that this summer, or does this kind of knock you out of that?
I'll be playing in it this summer. My conference, it doesn't start up until mid-July. So I feel like I'll be back with sideline cancer just in time enough to, get ready for that and be ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys have had a great run there in the TBT with sideline cancer. You made it. Was it last year? You made it to the finals, championship game?
It was the year before that we made it to the finals. Last year we made it to the Elite Eight.
So it's been fun watching him now to be able to bring that over to the Timberjacks. That'll be fun. Any thought to, and I know the only thought is to try to make the team as good as it possible, Joey, but trying to incorporate either some local names or other potential college players like Maurice. I know I'm not talking about turning it into an alumni deal, but obviously adding those names is a draw. I mean, having a Maurice Creek is going to be a draw for former IU fans. Same would go for Purdue or Butler or any of those other schools. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. We were thrilled to get Maurice, and we love the tie-in with Indiana University. we looked at lots of players from all over the country. We didn't really focus on Indiana guys. We did have several come to camp. We've got a couple that made the team, but for the most part, we consist of players from as far away as Texas down to Florida, out east. We really shook every bush we could find to come up with the best talent we could find.
Mo, I mentioned before, you need to get an IU TB team together. There's so many schools now to have those teams out. Maybe this could, now that you're back, maybe that could be the impetus for that, but we'll see. But I can't thank you guys enough. You've got a game tonight. You're on the road, I understand, right?
Yeah, we're in Kokomo tonight, and we're playing Newcastle and Anderson tomorrow night. Unfortunately, our schedule was loaded up with home games in the beginning. We played 8 home games right off the bat straight. And so now the second half of the season, it's 24-game season. We're exactly halfway through. We had our all-star game last week in Syracuse, and so now we're ready to go. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill climb. You know, our schedule's flip-flopped. Now we have 8 away games and 4 home games left to play. And but we feel, you know, we're poised with the new additions that we've gotten, especially Maurice, that we're gonna try to run the table and hopefully play into June in the playoffs.
Mo, good luck tonight, man. Go out there and light it up. I'm sure it's felt good to get back to playing some basketball, and tonight you get back out on the court. Nerves? Any nerves getting back out there at all tonight? First game back, new league.
I wouldn't say it's nerves. I'm just more excited more than anything. You know, I've been playing for a very, very long time, so all the butterflies is out of the window now. It's just more so just trying to, you know, feel my teammates out. Now we're not playing against each other in practice. We're playing against people, and, you know, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what do they like, what do they not like, and, you know, things like that. So that's the things I'm kind of thinking about right now. I got a feel for it in practice, but when you're playing against somebody else, things start to be a little different. So hopefully we can just keep the camaraderie of the team. And, you know, now that we're here, they got somebody like me who wants to win. And I know they want to win bad. It just hopefully we can bring it all together and get some W's.